Hello, third grade friends. Welcome back. Today we are doing Unit 5, Lesson number 4. And in this activity, we're going to be thinking about comparing numbers. So we're going to do the thing with a little greater than, less than, equal to sign, putting numbers in order, and then we're going to talk about comparison bars. You probably remember these from second grade. It's the same idea. And then we're going to do a couple word problems using comparison bars and trying to, set up a model for the problem so we can understand what we need to do to solve it. So let's jump in. First, when you're comparing numbers like this in a circle, you have to look at the largest place value first, and then if those are the same, you move to the next largest place value and then the next largest place value. Whichever one has the biggest or the highest digit in the largest place value, that's the bigger one, right? So here, if we're looking at 34 and 86, there's 3 tens compared to 8 tens. 8 tens is more. So we write it like 34 is less than 86, or you can say the alligator mouth is opening to the 86 because it's bigger. But the way you read it is 34 is less than 86. Okay, looking at this one, you got 9 tens, 6 tens. They both have 7 ones, but it doesn't matter because it says 3 more tens. So we'll say 97 is greater than 67. All right, let's look at this one. 653 versus 663. They both have 600s. So what do? We look at the next smaller place value. Okay, this one has 6 tens, this one has 5 tens. So the bigger one has the 6 tens. So we say 653 is less than 663. They both have the same number of ones, but that doesn't matter. Here, you can see it's the same digits, but they're in a different order. But we're comparing first the larger place value, the largest place value, which is the 100. So 800 compared to 500, 800 is bigger, 875 is greater than 587. Okay, I'm going to do these 3 and I want you to try these 3. So 752, comparing the hundreds to 572, 700 is greater. You try this one. 64, 46, they both have 800. This one has more tens, so it's greater than. 1932, 2951. Looking at the greatest place value, we have 2000s compared to 1000. 2000 is greater, so we'll say 1932 is less than 2951. Good. This one, you try it first. The difference is the hundreds place. The 6 is bigger than the 4. 2,633 is greater than 2,487. Okay, this one here. 3,000, those are the same. 400, those are the same. 700, those are the same. 8 1 or 7 tens and 8 ones. It's exactly the same. What's that then? If all the digits are the same, it is equal to. Now, if you first glance at this, you might think, oh, this is equal to 2, but it's not quite. They both have 4,000. This one has 700, and that one has 800. So what do you think? 800 is bigger. Okay, now we're going to practice putting these numbers in order from greatest to least, so big to small. Out of these 3 numbers, what's the biggest one? 81, put a comma. Second biggest one, 69, and then the least number, 20. You try this one. The biggest number, 381. The second biggest number, these are both 100, but this one has 9 tens, so that one's bigger, 197. And the least number, 124. Now we're going to put the numbers in order from least to greatest, so from small to big. So what's the smallest out of these numbers? 787. The next big 1,000 compared to 2,000, so we'll say 1,642. And then the last one, 2,245. Again, going from least to greatest, you try this one. They all have 1,000. The difference is in the hundreds, so the smallest one, 1,789, and then 1,898, and then 1,987. Okay. Now we're going to talk about using the comparison bar and comparison drawings. So let's take a look. David has 5 marbles. Anna has 8 marbles. How many more marbles does Anna have than David? So you could draw it out like this and do a sort of matching thing. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These ones, they're all equal to up to that point right here. She has 3 more. How many fewer marbles does David have than Anna? This missing section is the difference, right? So 3 fewer. Okay, this time we're going to draw our own comparison drawing. So Claire has 8 marbles, Sasha has 15 marbles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All these 8 ones are the same. The ones that are not included are these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is a difference of 7. Often though, we don't want to have to draw out like a million circles, right? So what we'll do instead is we'll just put it in a box. I usually put the big bar on top, but it doesn't really matter. So Claire had the 8, Sasha had the 15. Put what each of them has in the bar for their name. And then the difference is 8 plus what makes 15? 7. So 7 more, 7 fewer. Okay, now we're just going to try the bar, and I'm going to put my big bar on top because it kind of reminds me of a math mountain, right? It says Rocky has 7 fishing lures, Megan has 12 fishing lures. How many fewer fishing lures does Rocky have than Megan? So I'm going to do big bar, little bar, difference bubble, and remember it's kind of like a math mountain because these two added together will make that total. Who has more? Megan. So Megan gets the big bar, Rocky gets the little bar. How many does Megan have? She has 12. How many does Rocky have? He has 7. The difference? 7 plus what is 12? We could do 12. 7 is 5. So 5 fewer fishing lures. Okay? So now we're going to do a couple of word problems together, and you'll do some by yourself. We're gonna set up these comparison bars to help us. So Maribel has 18 stickers. Arnon has 13 more stickers than Maribel. Now we have the difference here. So we know that Arnon has more than Maribel, right? So Arnon is going to get the big bar. Maribel gets the little bar. We know that Maribel has 18, and we know the difference is 13. So what's missing is Arnon's amount. How many stickers does Arnon have? We can find that, because this is kind of like a math mountain, by adding up 18 and 13. So let's do that. 31. 31 stickers. Here we go. This is like the same problem, but Arnon has 31 stickers. Maribel has 13 fewer stickers than Arnon, so 31 for Arnon. Maribel has fewer. The difference is 13. if this is like a math mountain, how do we find that missing amount? 31 minus 13. And it's 18. Now, if we have an unknown larger amount, if Ivan has 19 goldfish and Milo has 15 more goldfish than Ivan, how many goldfish does Milo have? So set up our comparison bar. And you'll notice set up a comparison bar if in the problem it has more than or less than or fewer than language. So using this than, that's like a comparison language. So Ivan has 19, Milo has more than him. So Milo has the big bar, Ivan has the little bar. Ivan has 19, that goes in his bar. The difference is that 15. How do we find Milo's amount? What do we do? We're gonna add these up, right? To find that total. So we're gonna do 15, 19, 34. 34 goldfish. Okay. Now this one, Milo has 34 goldfish. Ivan has 15 fewer than. That's our difference. How many does Ivan have? So set up our comparison bar, big bar, little bar, and the bubble for the difference. We know Ivan has fewer than, so he gets the little bar, which means Milo gets the big bar. We know Milo has 34, so that goes in the bar. We know Ivan has 15 fewer than, that's the difference between their two amounts, so it's actually going to go right here. Now we have to find Ivan's amount. How do we do that? Think of a math mountain. How do we find the other partner? We can subtract 34 minus 15. Not gonna work. It's 14 minus 5, that's 9. 2 minus 1, that's 1. 19 goldfish. Pretty useful, right? This model helps us set up the problem so we can solve it correctly and easily. Okay. We're gonna do a couple of these together and you'll do a couple on your own. So TJ has 18 fewer miniature cars than Corey. Corey has 32 miniature cars. How many miniature cars does TJ have? So set up big bar, little bar, bubble. This is your first step here because we see fewer than, less than language, right? Who has more, TJ or Corey? If we know TJ has fewer, then we know Corey has more. TJ. We don't know how many TJ has, so we can't put anything in that box, but we know the difference is 18 because that's how many fewer than he has. And we know Corey has 32. What do you do to find this missing number? Subtract. 32 minus 18. 14. 14 mini cars. You try this one right here. So what are you gonna do? Hopefully you're already drawing your bars. Hopefully you put in there the difference is 18 because that's how many Corey has more than. TJ has 14. So then what do you do to find this number? You're going to add 14, 18. And what do you get? 32. 32 mini. All right, you try these next two on your own. If you need any help, let me know or ask your own teacher if I'm not your teacher. See you next time. Bye, everybody.